Okay. Okay. We are live. We are live
I heard
on
that.
Facebook Live. And in a moment, soon as Instagram stops checking okay, and we're live on Instagram. It's amazing how technology works when someone who knows everything about technology is behind the camera. We're back. She's
we
back.
ever? Yeah.
Look at this beautiful woman in front of you. Take a look at those eyes and look at that mouth and look at those teeth. This is a beautiful woman, and I'm happy to announce that we have been together for over 50 years. And for the past 54 years, well, that's when we started.
55, actually.
Yeah, well, married, we weren't married for 55.
No.
But we were cohabiting. We were living together, okay? And doing the nasty. No, I shouldn't say that.
Oh.
No, I shouldn't say that. Anyway, here she is, Suzanne Summers.
Oh, I'm so happy to be back. It was so great to be with you last week, and we're here today. And hopefully I'm back, so we'll see. It's amazing how quickly Christmas has come. Can you believe it? It's not only come, but it's almost over. Like, I was looking at my calendar today, and 2 weeks, it's over. And have you noticed people are a little cranky? Yeah, I forgot to get this, or here's another one. A gift comes in, and then you say to each other, what did we get them? And then it's a second shop, right? That couple that sent that great gift last night, I still haven't thought of what to replace their.
Well, we won't send them anything. That'll teach them. Don't send Suzanne and Ellen anything.
Well, this is the Christmas that we're cutting back on our kids. He's a little cheap. He didn't like that I was giving these, not large, but generous checks to each of our kids at Christmas.
But I had a reason, okay? I had a reason.
Yeah.
Okay? Christmas comes whether we like it or not.
Yes.
It's going to come.
Yeah.
Okay? It's like birthdays.
Yeah.
Okay? Birthdays are not an accomplishment. They come whether you like it or not. Until one day, you never have another birthday. You're pushing daisies, okay? But it's not an accomplishment. I like to reward people when there's an accomplishment. When you graduate from school, when you get a big promotion in your job, when you create something really wonderful.
Or how about acknowledging merit and how great it is to have you in our life.
Yes.
And how great it is for you to be
I
working
agree.
with us or
I like
for us.
marriage.
And so that's what
yeah.
Christmas means to me. That's why I buy gifts. It's like, I want to acknowledge this person and tell this person they really are doing a good job and they go the extra mile. And everybody appreciates a pat on the back. My father used to call it attaboy.
But why wouldn't you do it in July?
Well, because Christmas is Christmas, and it asks that you give that pat on the back. And then I like to acknowledge birthdays.
But also...
And it becomes a lot of acknowledgement.
No, but I think a lot of us buy and give gifts defensively, knowing that we're going to be getting a gift from the person we're getting a gift for.
Who's that, Alan?
Well, I don't want to name names, okay?
Come over here and have a tequila with me. We haven't had a tequila with our friends in a long time. And you have to see the shirt he's wearing, my girlfriend, Phyllis. Phyllis, if you're watching, I want you to see how this great shirt you picked out for Alan looks on him.
Actually, Phyllis is my girlfriend. Do you know that I have more girlfriends? Not girlfriends, but...
Take your drink. Let's drink.
Says the Irish woman. Okay, here's to you. Here's to you.
Happy Christmas.
Have a Merry Christmas. I like saying Merry Christmas. I never liked saying Happy Holidays. Merry Christmas. Huh?
I like it. I grew up with it.
Yeah.
We have a Christmas tree, and I like it.
Well, I grew up...
I like celebrating.
I grew up in You'll be surprised. A boarding house.
Oh, did you know that? That
And
he
we
was
had-
raised in a boarding house?
We had, in addition to the other people, we had 8 Chinese brothers, and one of them would be Santa Claus every Christmas. And they all had accents because they were born in China. Most of them. Some were born in
Are you
Hawaii.
going to do their accent?
But
Are you going to do their accent?
why would you ask me that?
I'm just wondering.
Okay, yes.
Okay, and what
So
would it be?
one of the Chinese guys who was born in China would come down the stairs dressed as Santa Claus and say, ho, ho, ho.
That's a Chinese
And it was
Santa.
great. I learned how to swear in Chinese, okay? I know all the worst words in
You
Chinese.
do.
And it always has to do with your mother. I don't know why. I think that's common to all languages.
That little ditty that you taught me
Oh, yeah.
and had me sing for his mother, and I didn't know what I was singing, and
No.
it was very offensive.
Yeah.
That's the bad boy in you.
But we had fun.
Do you know what this is?
Let's see.
This is the tanning kit, the tanning serum, and the Healthy Glow, and the acai body scrub. And
I like saying that word.
Say it.
Acai.
Acai, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I put tanning lotion on today.
You did.
I did. I'm tan today.
I did too, and I put on the Healthy Glow today.
Yeah, I try to.
And
Yeah, go ahead.
Leslie said to me, "You're selling a tanning kit at this time of the year," and I said, "This is when people like to have a little color,
Yeah.
or to look like they just came from a vacation."
Well, they can't have a little color back east right now.
No.
Okay.
Did you see the blizzard back east? Are you all
I
experiencing
lived
that?
in that. I lived
Yeah, you
in that.
did, and
okay?
they said it could like cover the whole northeast.
Wow.
Yeah.
No,
Pretty-
well, that was
pretty
one of the
extreme.
reasons. One of the reasons I moved from Canada to Los Angeles to California was because of the weather. It actually, I moved here on the spur of the moment. I was in my house in Toronto and I heard a gunshot, or I thought it was a gunshot. And I looked out front, there was nothing happening. I looked in the backyard, and it had rained the night before and flash frozen, and the weight on the bough of the oak tree was so heavy it snapped the bough, and it
Is that
sounded
what
like
sounded like a shotgun?
sounded like a gunshot.
Oh,
So
wow.
I called Air Canada, and I said, "When's your next flight to Los Angeles?" They said noon. I made a reservation. I jumped on the plane, and it was a blizzard happening when I got to the airport, and we had to sit on the runway for 20 minutes because it was a whiteout. Now, if you're a Canadian, you know what even if you're not a Canadian, a whiteout means you can't see anything in front of you. And I'm thinking, are we gonna die? Okay, is this guy gonna take off in the whiteout? Anyway, we took off in the blizzard, and 5 hours later, they opened the door, and it's California, and it's blue sky and sunshine, and
And you knew you were going to meet me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it happened.
And it happened.
It happened.
Very shortly after that.
That's right.
Yeah. That was.
That's
great.
why I came to California.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
My dream come true.
I was hired at KGO TV in San Francisco to be a prize model like Vanna White, and on a show called The Anniversary Game. And I walked in and I see this guy who, when I used to feed Bruce his bottle in the afternoon, I would watch the program he was doing then. I think it was called Wedding Party. And I used to think, oh God, what a creep. And then I walked in.
No, that's not what you thought.
What did I think?
You said to me, and I thought you were an a-hole.
Okay, well, I was trying to be nicer. Although I'm noticing that they're swearing a lot on TV now.
You know, you're not the first person to call me that. You know that.
But you know what? They're all wrong. You're not.
You see that?
You're not.
It only took 54
such a good
years,
guy.
54
This is a good
years
guy.
to arrive at this place.
I know.
And I'm delighted to be here.
I am too.
And I'm grateful for everything in my life, especially this woman I'm standing next to. It's true.
I believe him.
We you know,
He
it's really-
demonstrates it all day long to
You know,
me.
it's really weird. We have this strange relationship. It really is strange. And one of our
Don't play
sons.
with the napkin.
Pardon?
Don't play with the napkin. You'll pull the drink off the
Oh,
table.
okay. And Bruce refers to our relationship as functionally codependent, and it's true. And I'm proud to be a codependent.
Well,
Okay.
I'm proud to be your codependent.
And I'm your codependent.
I am.
And we have not physically been apart for 42 years. I'm not kidding.
But this is how sick you are.
What do you mean?
That you can't be more than a foot away from me.
Hold it. I thought it was mutual.
Well,
I thought you couldn't be a foot away from me. And you're making it my idea? Did I plan this?
no, but you set it up like that, and then you get used to things, and I'm now never more than a foot away from him, and I like it.
Okay, you see
I like
that?
it. I do. I like it.
We should give marriage advice on this show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, there are people, instead of going to a heavy-duty marriage counselor,
Yeah.
because it really works out. When people decide to get a divorce, say, well, we should try something. So they go to a marriage counselor.
Yeah, but you must have had a lousy marriage counselor, or you just didn't want to be married to your first wife.
No, actually, she was a wonderful woman. We only knew each other for 2 weeks when we got married. So we should have been friends rather than,
Yeah.
actually getting married.
Yeah,
No,
but
she
I'm
was
talking
great.
about your therapist.
Oh, my
The
therapist.
therapist, yeah.
Actually, it was a him.
Oh, it was a him.
Yeah, and after it was all over,
Yeah.
and I was divorced,
Uh-huh.
then he and my wife had an affair.
Oh,
My
that's
ex-wife.
a real no-no.
Yeah.
That's
So it worked out for both of
For
us.
both,
Yeah.
for them, and,
Yeah, and for
we're
us.
already
Yeah.
working it out.
Yeah.
I had great success with a therapist who I wrote about in my book, Keeping Secrets.
And you did a Broadway show about
And I did a Broadway show about
Yeah.
it because, I was raised by an alcoholic who was very, very, very
I'm sorry.
difficult.
I thought you said you were raped by an alcoholic.
No, raised.
Oh,
Raised by an alcoholic who had his good points.
yeah.
The older I get and the further away I get from that lifestyle, the more I realize I got a lot of good things from him, including humor. He was funny as hell when he was funny. But anyway, my Broadway musical,
I didn't get along with him.
no, you didn't want to.
I didn't want to.
You didn't want to.
Yeah, I didn't like him.
Yeah.
That's okay. I wasn't in a family. I was entitled to my opinion.
Well, you were also being protective of me.
Well, there were other reasons too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about them.
No, that's
But there were
not.
other
I
reasons.
know what they are, yeah. Anyway.
I can whisper them.
No.
No, I won't talk about them. Excuse me.
Anyway, the Broadway musical was a one-woman show, me, and I had two other characters with me who were voiceover only. One was my therapist, Mrs. Kilgore, and the other was Alan Hamill. And, one of the first things I said in my book, Keeping Secrets, a child of an alcoholic will lie just as easily as tell the truth. And I was always trying to hide the fact of who I was, so I'd make up stuff. It was terrible, just terrible. And anyway, when I was in therapy, the therapist said to me, why do you apologize? You walk in here and you apologize for who you are, what you look like. You're a walking apology. When did you get the feeling you are worth so little? And I thought, and then said, I don't know. I just always thought I was stupid and hopeless and worthless and nothing and a big O. And she said, who told you that? And it took about 3 years for me to finally go, oh, that's what my father would tell me in his drunken rants. And that was when my healing began, when I started to realize that it wasn't my fault. And then Alan Hamill in the musical was the guy who wouldn't marry me. And it was a very interesting experience to work with three people, and I was the only one who was living and live. But anyway, it was you have a bucket list, and one of the things on my bucket list was to do a one-woman show.
It was actually a one-woman musical.
It was one-woman musical, and I thought we did a great job. It was really a wonderful show.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Okay, we do a little business.
Okay, I want to tell you, Jill, the vice president of our company, is on speakerphone where Caroline normally is. Tell us what's going on this month.
Yeah, what is, Jill, what is 24 days of savings?
From all month through the 24th of December, each day we have one very great discounted product. And you can get all of these deals through the 24th.
Okay, so read it off the page there. 24-day
24 days of
sale.
savings. For the 24 days leading up to Christmas, we had an incredible deal every single day, as we do today.
And you can still partake in those other sales, but today's is the tanning kit.
Yep,
It's a
the-
4-piece kit. And
There it
here-
is.
How much would it cost
It's
retail?
45% off.
Yeah,
The price is $89.99. It's normally $164.96.
that's a great savings.
Yeah.
And you get the mitt. Why do you want the mitt? Because this is the tanning serum, and you put it in the palm of your hand, and then on the other hand, you, I did this a little while ago, you take it like this, and then it goes on real smooth, it doesn't leave any streaks, and then you put it on any place that you want tan. I did my shoulders, I did,
You have great shoulders.
thank you.
I've always loved your shoulders.
Well, thank you. And then I put it on my legs last night, but then I realized it's
You have
too
great
cold,
legs. I've
too
always
cold
loved your
to wear
legs.
shorts today. And then, and this rinses out real easy. And now you don't have any streaks on your hands. And then we have the Healthy Glow, which I use every day. And it's so that in the summer months when you don't want to put your face in the sun, but you'd like a healthy glow, you use this Healthy Glow lotion here, and I love it. It just gives me just enough of a tan, but it's a major moisturizer, and it's perfect for all skin types, and it's 100% toxic-free, no synthetic fragrance, no animal testing, no chemical emulsifiers. You know, it's so great. I wrote this book a number of years ago, Toxic, and what it came down to was the cancer epidemic, and we're all falling prey to this because, as I've said, and you can repeat it, we're under the greatest environmental assault in the history of humanity. So when you put skincare on that's chemicals, and when you eat food that's loaded with chemicals, and when you clean your house with chemicals, guess who's taking that in? You are taking that in. And so we have no chemicals and it's all organic. I'm so proud of our line.
And by the way,
What?
you know, a lot of, if not most of, the tanners, they literally paint your face.
Yeah.
With ours, the color you turn is
Yeah.
the color you would normally turn if
Right.
you were in the sun. I
Right.
don't know how they do it. And by the way, speaking of the Broadway show, we had this right here. This was right on top of the marquee. We had like a 12-foot Suzanne Summers on top of the marquee. Okay, there she is.
Guess who did that?
And and the Broadway people, they're so snotty. And one of them said to me, "We don't do that here." I said, "You don't do what?" "Well, we would never put a person on top of the marquee." I said, "Well, that's what we're going to do. And until you kick us out of here, we own the theater." He didn't like that very much. And actually,
You have a way.
You were slated to get a what is it called? A Tony.
Oh, Tony. Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
You were slated to get a
Yeah.
Tony. You were on the list. You were the only only one person show happening, and it made them crazy that a California girl
Hollywood
would get a Tony.
Yeah.
Okay, so they took you off the list, and they found this woman who did 2 weeks. They put her on, and they gave her the Tony.
Yeah. It was crappy.
They're snotty,
It was crappy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
small-minded people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway, they thought
Right on the
they thought I
marquee.
didn't have
and I do it again.
live music.
And by the way, that's right. By the way, this magazine is great. It's published in New York, and Corey Hay is involved in it, who's a public relations genius. He'll knock down our monthly after that. Okay? And it's very interesting, and it's kind of for rich people. So if you've got a regular job, you're probably rich these days. And I think Suzanne was on the first edition. But it's very interesting to look at what rich people are doing. Anyway, so
The
one more thing.
yeah.
Last minute gifts, okay? Here it is. If you buy a $50 gift card, you get $10 gift card free. If you buy a $100 gift card, you get a $25 gift card free at SuzanneSummers.com.
And
So if you're doing last minute and you're worried I got to go out and shop and it's going to cost me more than $50 or $100, send them they get this instantly, okay? I mean, you could give this to somebody the day before Christmas and they could go and they can buy themselves a gift.
and Jill, tell them
Yes.
you buy a $50 gift card, right?
Yeah.
And then what?
Then you get,
If you buy a $50 gift card, you get that card immediately. And in about 2 days, you get the $10 bonus card will be emailed to you.
Bonus card. So that's $60.
and if you buy a $100 gift card, you get a $25 gift card that you get free 2 days later.
Wonderful.
So you can keep one for you and then give one to a friend.
Right. And tell me the deal on the tops. Can you hold these tops up?
We also, one of the good deals we
Hold the
have
tops,
is for the
Alan.
Breezy Top.
Yeah.
And the Breezy Tops are on sale today.
The tops.
For buy one, you get one free.
Right.
It's Breezy Duo, you get two for $49.
Either
You
red,
can get
yellow,
the
or
red with
black.
black or the yellow with black.
Yeah. And it's great for the holidays. When you overeat and your stomach's a little bloated, won't show with these. This is, and also the way Leslie designed them, you can wear them on top of one another and it looks really cool. So,
I was going to model them for you today.
well, you could.
I could.
You could.
This is black.
Huh.
You probably know that by looking at it. Okay. This is yellow.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is great. If you go for a walk on the beach and it blows, it's great.
Why?
Because it shows it shows.
The torso?
Yeah, it shows your.
Not all of us think that's so great.
Yeah. Well,
But
no,
it also, in the house, it hides everything. It's great. And what's the deal again? $50 it's $50 for two of them, and then you get a yellow one free. Jill?
You get for $49.99, you get a yellow and a red, or you can choose from a yellow and a black.
Oh, I had it wrong. I thought you got a yellow one free if you bought the other two. But anyway, she's right and I'm wrong. And that's the way it should be. She's our vice president. Okay, so the kit is the tanning serum. And the reason you get tan naturally is acetyltyrosine. It's an amino acid that acts as a suntan booster. It has sugar peptides in it, which supports a healthy bronze-colored tan, with or without sunlight. And it has monk's pepperberry, which is a tanning enhancer from the French Polynesia. So that's pretty great. Then you get the Healthy Glow, which is this great moisturizer with some of the tanning in it. And then the first thing you use, I should have done it in the opposite order, is the acai exfoliating. God, this is so great. This is another one that Alan calls stuff, because his back needs stuff on it to scrub his back. He has this great skin, but because you don't get your back done very often, your skin gets kind of rough.
Are you talking about my skin?
Yeah, your beautiful skin. Find your skin, I'd never let it get rough. But anyway, let me see what's in that, because I want you to know. It says here, imagine dead skin cells bound together with a cement like a brick wall. And this is good for winter too, because your skin gets really dry. It's got beta hydroxy acids from organic acai, green tea.
Acai.
Yeah, what did I say?
Acai.
Acai. And green tea, so you can loosen the cement. It's got polished peach and apricot grains that exfoliate the dead cells. Its skin nurturing ingredients retain moisture while providing deep cleaning. And it just makes your skin look great. And then you put the tanning on with the mitt, so God forbid you should get stain on your hand.
By the way,
And what is this price?
well, it's 24 days of savings.
Yeah,
It's the tanning 4-pack.
yeah.
The retail is $164.96. Let's make it $165.
Yeah.
And the holiday sale is $59.99, 45% off. These basically, all this 24 days of savings, these are gifts
They are.
because we knocked the price down. By the way,
And remember the gift card.
the gift card, right. Here's the gift card.
Okay.
Last minute, and you get this like instantly, okay? You buy a $50 gift card, you get a $10 gift card free. If you buy a $100 gift card, you get a $25 gift card free at SuzanneSummers.com. Now, you mentioned French
did?
Polynesia.
Yeah.
Okay. If you recall, about 40 years ago, we went to French Polynesia to Club Med.
Yeah.
Okay? For a week. For a week.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And I remember we actually went to the airport and I forgot the plane tickets. It's the first
That's
time
how
in
it
my life.
started.
Yeah, first time in my life I forgot the plane tickets. That should have been a signal,
Yeah.
okay? A signal that we shouldn't have gone,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So we went the next day. So we get to Club Med, and the brochure looked incredible. It had these palapas, these little huts with the palm fronds and palm trees and beautiful water. It looked really great. Okay, what's that? Oh yeah, right. Oh right. So
Night
anyway,
number one.
yeah, we arrived.
You know, the palapas are shaped like this, and our bed's right here, and the walls are right here and here.
Actually, we had 2 cots.
Yeah, wasn't that great?
2 cots.
So
and there
we've
was
got
a-
the tickets, and now we're sleeping in cots.
In cots,
After
okay.
flying hours.
Yeah, and we actually were assigned to a table for all our meals with this couple. They were very nice, really very nice people. They were from somewhere in the Midwest, and he ran a truck station. You know, where big trucks stop and I think they get weighed or what, I don't know what happens there. So we heard every truck station story you can imagine during the week.
It's a lot of truck stories.
Very, very nice people,
Yeah.
okay? And so when we arrive there, we're greeted, when we get off the little bus, we're greeted by 7 topless women and a couple of guys playing guitars,
Yep,
and they're singing.
yep.
And I thought, okay, well, this isn't going to be so bad after all. And then it started. And,
No. Then you start.
okay, well,
You made friends with all the topless women on the beach.
okay.
And whenever I couldn't find you, I'd go, look, oh, there's Alan sitting, ha ha ha, drinking whatever he was drinking
actually-
with the topless ladies.
Actually, I was working because I had my video camera, if you'll
Yeah,
recall.
yeah.
I was doing a
Yeah.
daily talk show in Canada, and
Yeah.
I thought this will be a really interesting video for the talk show,
For you.
right? So, and most of the women were from LA. And I said, so you don't run around in LA topless like on the beach? They said, oh no, we would never do that. I said, well, why are you doing it here? And they said, well, everybody else is doing it here. It was like when we went to Saint-Tropez and you were the only woman on the beach who had a top on. And then you'd lay on your back and you'd undo the thing at the top. And then when you'd sit up, you'd do it up again. And it wasn't until I said, Suzanne, we're in a French club. And Three's Company is not running in France. They don't know who you are. Besides, all the guys are gay. So you can take your top off, okay? Because all the women here are topless. And as soon as you took your top off, two guys walked by, they stopped and they said, hi, Chrissy, how's Jack and Janet?
By the way, how are you all enjoying not only Caroline, who's done such a great job while we've been gone, but our granddaughter Violet? Isn't she darling? She and Alan have a special thing, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What did she say to you when she was a little girl? She's still a little girl. Well,
She
she's
said,
not.
do you know why I love you? I said, why? She said, because we're both quirky.
And she is, isn't she? She's
Yeah.
She's quirky.
Yeah.
And we love being around her. So I've been loving that you've been able to meet her and enjoy her, and she does such a great job. So that's worked out really great for us.
So I can't be without this tanning stuff, okay?
Uh-huh.
When we were in New York doing the show, we rarely saw outdoors.
No.
And even outdoors, there was rarely sun. I was so incredibly grateful to have it, okay? Because, I try to spend 15, 20 minutes in the sun every day. Because the vitamin D you get from the sun is very different than the vitamin D you get from a supplement.
And in that 15 minutes, you get such a great color.
Yeah. So if I can't be in the sun, and after 2 or 3 days, it wears off, and I wake up in the morning and I walk into the bathroom, I flip the light on, I go, oh my God, what happened during the night? The tanning solution saves me. I'm grateful for it, okay? And what I like about it is, it's natural looking.
It is.
It's not fake looking.
It turns you the color that
You're
you would
supposed to
turn
be if you're in the sun.
if you're in the sun.
I remember the first time I used a tanning solution was when I was in my 20s, and my buddy, what was his name? Lindsay Meehan. Okay.
Didn't we all know that?
Lindsay
Oh,
Meehan.
Lindsay.
Lindsay Meehan.
Yeah.
We
Is he
went.
alive?
They had this tanning solution. It was the first one on the market, and it was called Mantan.
Oh, I remember.
So we bought Mantan, and we put it all over our faces, and we put it everywhere. And what we forgot to do was to wash our hands afterwards. So we had the palms
That's
of
why
our
we
hands
have
and
this,
fingers
yeah.
were orange.
Yeah.
Okay. And we walked around in Canada in the middle of the winter with orange faces.
When I met you, I used to wear something called, it was like Mantan, but that's not the name of it. But I lived in it. But it had a bad smell to it. I didn't like the smell. And you become dependent on being that color, but it's not the right color on you. That's what's great about this tanning serum. It goes on and immediately turns you a color. I've got some on my arms here. The first layer of a tan is what goes on when it's still cooking. And I just love this stuff. In fact, before we went to bed last night, I asked him to help me put it on my legs. And he liked doing that.
Oh yeah.
But if you put it on with this glove, when you wake up in the morning, it's not streaked, and there are no missing places with the tanning serum. So I know you're thinking, well, it's Christmas and tanning, and you know my products, you know how good they are, and you know when you get a little color on your face or your legs or your back or your arms, you know you feel better in your outfit. So This is the opportunity to get it at such a great discounted price.
Yeah,
So-
and if you
so
don't
great.
like it, send it back. We'll send you a check for $1,000.
That's Alan lying.
Oh, not 1,000?
No, that's Alan lying. He
Okay.
likes to lie, but you're used to him by now, aren't you?
By the way, when I was running around with the orange face with Mantan,
Yeah.
so I had this friend who was a girl, okay, and we hung out together. She was a dancer, and she introduced me to a product that was amazing, and it was produced by an Italian guy, Prince Machiavelli.
Machiavelli.
Is that still a brand?
I don't know. I don't go to stores anymore.
Okay, so it produced
And
by,
I probably wouldn't know because I have my own products.
but this product was called Aziza, and it was eye drops. And you put
Oh,
the-
yeah.
You put those drops in your eyes,
Yeah.
and people could see your eyes in the dark. I mean, who knows what was in that product?
Oh, gosh.
But it was amazing.
Probably lithium.
They probably don't sell it anymore. I'm sure that they took it off the market because it was so. It must have had stuff in there that is, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Well,
You look beautiful today.
I do?
Not that you don't look beautiful every day, but your
Thank you.
eyes, your mouth.
Thank you.
Sounds like a song,
Thank
isn't
you.
it? What's that song about?
I don't know.
No, I don't know either.
Eyes, lips, and
Da, 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 da,
you are
da.
so beautiful to
I
me.
can't remember. You are. Yeah. So anyway, I'm happy we're back.
Me too.
I'm happy we're
That was
back.
a long time. Here, I'm going to just give you a little bit of advice from your friend Suzanne. Don't fall. Wow. When you fall and you break significant parts of your body, it's the gift that keeps on giving. And I've learned a lot about patience, and I've learned a lot about Alan's tenderness. He's never left my side this whole time that I've been out of it. And it was a major break from my neck, spine, hip, pelvis, and across my kneecap. And wow, it just, and then I got something that was an aftershock to the fall. You have cranial fluid, and in that cranial fluid, we all have it. It's what cleans out your brain. Well, my cranial fluid from the fall, and this happened like a month or so after, or maybe longer than that, I've lost track of time. It got clogged, and it had to be drained, and it's been an ordeal. So I'm all right now. I'm all back together again, but don't fall. Take it from me, don't fall. I've heard older people say that all the time. And
The other thing they say,
what?
that my dad said over and over again,
As long as you have your health.
as long as you have your
Yeah.
health. And
My
my sister and
grandfather, too.
myself would roll our eyeballs.
Yeah, me too.
But he was right.
Yeah, wasn't he? Oh, God.
Yeah. He never went to a doctor, ever. And he never was in a hospital until the end. And they shouldn't have put him in the hospital at the end because he was dizzy.
Tell them what he said to you
What?
about the hospital when they said these people are crazy.
Oh yeah, we walked in. He was in the hospital, so we flew to Toronto, and we went to visit him in the room. And I said, "How you doing, Dad?" He said, "These people here in the hospital are crazy." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "They wake me up at 3:00 in the morning to take a sleeping pill." Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
c'est la vie. You
Yeah.
don't want to be in the hospital.
No.
Yeah, hospitals are dangerous.
Well, you have to have an advocate. That's why it was so
Yeah.
great that
Yeah.
he never left my side. And he asked, anytime they're going to give me anything, what are you giving her?
Yeah.
And
And there were a couple of times when I said, "She's already had that."
yeah.
And you didn't need it the first time.
Yeah.
I think there's some kind of financial thing going on.
Yeah.
You know, the more drugs you use, the more money you make. I guess
Yeah.
that's how it works. I don't
Yeah.
know that for a fact.
Yeah.
I hate to think that way, but I can't imagine why. Like you would get stool softener, okay? You didn't need it. You'd get sleeping pills. You'd get
I
stuff.
did get sleeping pills?
Yeah, you'd
Oh,
get
really?
stuff so you wouldn't throw up. What else did you get? Blood thinner.
Which I didn't need.
Nothing was wrong with your blood.
No.
And there were a few other things they kept.
No, in
giving-
fact, I had to start taking something to thicken up my blood because the blood thinners did such a good job.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because every time I would squeeze your arm or your leg, it would show. It would actually show.
You'd bruise me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's all right.
Yeah.
You were trying your best, and you were so great.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
I do too.
Okay, so we're now rounding the horn. We're going to be at Christmas. Who knows? What's the date today? Do you remember? Jill will know. Jill, what's the
What's
date?
the date, Jill?
Today is the 16th.
The 15th.
Okay.
So in 9 days, right? 9 days?
She's saying 16.
In six, it's six. Today's the
I know that's
16th?
what I was saying at the start of the show. It just seemed like, oh yeah, soon it's Christmas, and then all of a sudden, wow,
Yeah.
it's almost over.
So here's the deal today. In our series of 24 days of savings, okay? The tanning 4-pack, the retail value is $165. The holiday sale is $90. That's 45% off at SuzanneSummers.com. Okay, don't miss it. It's never going to be that price again. And if you're thinking, oh, I forgot to buy blah blah a gift, a last minute gift, this you can get this the day before Christmas and give it as a Christmas gift. Okay, $50 gift card.
Yeah.
You get a $10 gift card free, and if you buy a $100 gift card, you get a $25 gift card free at SuzanneSummers.com.
So Al,
Yes.
what'd you get me?
What did I get you? Well, I can't talk about it. Because I didn't get you anything.
I was just gonna say, that just reeked of BS.
No, you know what? I tell people.
I don't want anything, Alan.
I know, and nor do I. I tell people, please do not buy me a Christmas gift. I have everything in the world I've ever wanted. I don't need. Honestly, I will love you just the same. I don't want you to spend your money on a gift for me. You know, someone did a statistic a few years ago, and it's amazing how many people go crazy with their credit cards to buy Christmas gifts.
Yeah.
And then they have to spend the first 5 months of the year working for the government to pay off the cards.
Yeah, I know.
It's awful.
I saw though a
And by the
dress
way,
yesterday that I.
By the way, Christmas was
Loved.
never like this.
No, I know.
They didn't people made cards, send letters, and made little trinkets and things, and they didn't, go to Barney's. Is Barney still around? Barney's?
Yeah.
They wouldn't go to Barney's and spend, a couple of $100 buying what? Socks and a tie? They didn't do that. They would make something. I like when our grandchildren and our children sometimes make stuff for us.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I keep it all.
We have talented children.
I have all the cards that they've made for me for years and years and years. I don't have one gift that anyone ever gave me because I've never needed it. And I usually give it to one of the charities that we support, and they sell it and they get the money for it. So in that sense,
So then it works out.
it was a good thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't like people to spend money. I don't like to spend money on me. Okay?
I know, but what you don't understand about gift giving is that there is pleasure in giving. Giving feels good. Don't you all agree? Yeah.
Yeah, but I'd rather give something meaningful.
But
Okay? I'd rather
what did
write,
you get me for Christmas?
Well, I'd rather write you a letter.
I do love your letters.
Right.
Write me a letter.
Well,
I
I
love all
do.
your letters.
I do. I love-
saved them all.
I love writing you a letter.
Yeah, I
Okay.
love them.
Yeah.
He writes me the most romantic love letters. I've got them framed around the house.
Wow.
I know.
Yeah. Well, I know if I write you a really great letter that it's going to be a hot time in the old town tonight. Isn't that a song?
Yes, yes.
What is that? How does that go?
The hot town in the old town tonight. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
we're almost at the end here.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
That was fast.
yeah.
We all come back and see me. What's today? Wednesday? Come back.
No, today's what's
Friday?
today? Today's
Come back
Friday.
and see me Monday?
Yeah. Well, you going to be here Monday?
Uh-huh.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You're not sure.
I am sure because it was up to me.
Oh.
And I'm so enjoying being back. I
Okay.
so love talking to you.
Okay.
And I love reading all your comments while I was gone. Some of them were, or most of them, or maybe all of them were positive, and nobody said anything bad. Why would you?
Yeah.
We're all friends. And you liked Caroline, and you liked Camellia, and Daisy did one show, and she was kind of a natural, selling our,
Hair.
was she selling hair products?
Hair products.
Yeah, she has this great curly hair. It's so great. So
Oh, by the way,
I appreciate
I
What?
just want to give a shout out
to
our go-to doctor, Dr. Michael Gallitzer
Oh.
in Los Angeles.
actually he's in Santa Monica.
He is,
Yeah.
or he in West LA.
No, I
It's
think
one or
Dr.
the other.
Gallitzer is Santa Monica.
It's like the border is somewhere
I've been
in
going
there.
to him for over 20 years. I've
Yeah.
interviewed him in 3 of my
He's great.
books.
He's
and
great.
I spent an hour on the phone with him today. And if you ever got something that ails you, he's my kind of doctor. He's who I write about in my books. If that appeals to you, look him up. And you can find him in my books, or you can find him in the
Or in the phone book. Oh, they don't have phone
Is
books
there a phone
anymore.
book? Yeah, right,
Phone books.
right.
Michael Gallitzer, MD,
Great,
the
great.
real deal.
Yeah, he's the real
He
deal.
helped us today,
Yeah,
and
He
we
did.
appreciate that.
yeah,
Anyway, one more time before we leave you.
okay.
Here it is, last minute gift. $50 gift card, you get $10 free. $100 gift card, $25 free. And as part of the series of 24 days of savings, the Tanning 4-pack, the retail value $165, and the holiday price is $90. 45%
Isn't that great?
off. 45%
Great.
off.
Come over here, Al.
Okay, happy to do it.
Yeah,
I feel like singing. What's that song called?
I don't know.
Have yourself a Merry, Merry Christmas.
Sing it.
I don't know the words.
Oh.
Have yourself
A merry little
Merry
Christmas.
That's it.
Make the Yuletide gay. I've got, here we are as in olden days.
You know,
I
I've
can't
always
sing right now.
I've always played. It's either a trumpet or a trombone that I play
Yeah,
with my
right,
mouth.
right.
So our dear friends who we just spent 4 or 5 days with,
Uh-huh.
who live in Canada, and he's an incredible world-class musician. Pearl Bailey took him on the road when he was 15 years old. That's how great a horn player he is.
Do you know who Pearl Bailey is?
Pearl Bailey.
I know, but people.
Jazz singer.
I know, but people that you and I think everyone knows may not. They may
Well,
not
just
know.
a moment. I remember the day that granddaughter Violet called,
Oh.
and she said, "I've just discovered an incredible singer." I said, "Wow, what's his or her name?" She said, "Frank Sinatra."
That's Violet.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway, good night.
actually, we're going to see you Monday.
We'll see you Monday.
Yeah. So Merry Christmas, but
Yeah.
we'll see you Monday
Yeah.
anyway. And
Get used to it.
since I'm the cameraman, I have to go back here.
What are you doing?
Well, I have to turn off the cameras.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I so enjoyed being with you. I hope you enjoyed being with me and him and Jill. First time here.
Is him my pronoun?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay. Good
Have a
night,
nice
everybody.
weekend, all.
Good night.
We'll see you soon. We'll see you Monday.
Okay.
Bye-bye.